Hi, this is Sharon with Bobbin Lace Online. Welcome to our third session. Today we've got several things that I want to teach you, and we're going to work on this little egg with a bow on it. This isn't really a season for eggs with bows, but if you'd like, you can just round this little doily off and make it into a Christmas ornament or whatever you would like. But it's kind of got the principles that I want to teach you today, plus it's a small project that will be easy for you to do. So the first thing I want to do is teach you how to do that braid before we get into the pattern. I have my cardboard underneath my paper to give me a little bit of stability, and I'm going to stick a pin in, and this pin is slightly tilted to the back just so that I've got a little bit of tension. And I'm going to place 4 bobbins, which is 2 pair, on that pin. To make the braiding and the picots, we work with 4 bobbins, and so we're just going to use that many for this little tiny bit of segment to teach you how to do that. You'll always close your pin off with a linen stitch. So we're going to go 2 over 3, 4 and 2 over 1 and 3, and 2 over 3. That should be your linen stitch, 3 movements. Then I'm going to go 4 over 3, 2 over 1, and then I'm going to cross the second and the third bobbin. So twist and cross. Bring those bobbins and pairs out to the side so that you get a nice firm braid on your pattern. So a twist and a cross, a twist and a cross, and a twist and a cross. It's really quite important that we try to keep our bobbins about the same length, and this one doesn't seem to want to cooperate today. So I'm going to shorten that just a little bit and try it again. So twist and cross, and twist and cross. Now I'm going to place another pin in here, and we're going to branch off and make a little design with that. Generally, when you're doing braids and picots, you're going to have a little diamond shape pattern that comes off like this. And these diamond shapes can kind of go all over in your pattern. For this, I'm just going to use 3 of them. Okay, you'll see that your patterns will have something coming down like this that you can connect at this point, and you'll usually come off of work that you're already doing. So we're going to go ahead and start that picot with the linen stitch again. And once again, I'm going to do a cross and a twist. Now we can go to either side. We can either come this way or we can come over to this one. I'm going to come this one just for the fact that when I come back around, I will be connecting back into my work on this side. That way it keeps me from going over the top of the work that I was already doing. It's okay if you decide to do it that way. It just makes it a little tiny bit bulkier, and you really need to learn how to do both the left and a right-handed picot. And so we're going to start off with the left-handed side, which is a little more awkward for me because I'm not a left-handed person. So just 1 or 2 more little braids. I'm going to get that flat down there. Stop about 1 little braid from where you're going to make your picot, and that way you'll be able to keep your work quite tight. And I'm going to work with these 2 bobbins here, and I'm going to put a pin over my first one and go under the second one. So pin over the top of the first thread, under the second thread. Bring that first thread around and loop it around the end of your pin. Then take that pin and back it through those two single threads coming off of your bobbin. Let's get that up there on the pin dot. Put your pin in, and you can see that that's got a little loop right there around the pin. And I'm going to take the bobbins and I'm going to kind of pull them tight until that loop is tight around that shaft of the pin. I'm going to close that off again with a linen stitch and then go right back into your braid. The two movements for a braid. Doing two movements is quite easy to do, but you'll find that this is the opposite movement as what we're doing when we're doing like the half stitch or something. So here again, I'm in the center of that, and I'm going to close it with a linen stitch. This little bobbin here has really given me the fits tonight. It doesn't want to cooperate with me and stay tight. Okay, back to a braid. I'm going to turn my board around so it's easier to see. And braid again, and braid. One more braid, and then we're going to do another picot. This time on the right hand side. Go over the second, under the first, pick up the second thread, bring it around the tip, and pull your, whoops, I just dropped it. Over the second, under the first, wrap it around the end of your pin, go up between the two lines of threads. Put your pin right on the dot of your picot and close that with the linen. And now we're going to take off and go up to this point right here.